Okay, so as always, I'm going to give my analysis and opinion on today's Boruto episode, and I believe I might be in the lower spectrum of people that didn't think it was that amazing. I actually found it to be quite anticlimactic for a lot of reasons and the way it was directed. Now, don't get me wrong, I am going to explain why I think this and my logical reasoning, of course, on why I have this opinion, and then you guys can decide if you agree or not in the comment section. Today's episode don't get me wrong, of course it had some good scenes which include Sarada and Mitsuki, two characters that are in my top 5 best people in the entire anime. I mean, they are the two reasons why I'm watching this anime, but it did fall short when it came to Kurosuchi. Anyways, let's cue the intro and go balls deep. Alright, the problems that I have with this arc is 3 things mostly. The pacing issues. This arc is way too long and had a lot of redundant episodes that added nothing new to the characters or story. I've explained this in previous videos, as I said, episode 75, episode 84 for example, and most of you agree with me in the comments. This arc also is called the Mitsuki arc, right? I mean, when someone asks you, what is this arc about, man? And you will say, this is the Mitsuki arc, bro. So where is the exploration of philosophy and humanity in his character? The whole topic was abandoned after episode 80. Even in today's episode, where Mitsuki is asked why he has betrayed Lord Ku and found out his will, we are given no context or exposition on his feelings and thought process to how did he come to this conclusion. We, as the audience, we have to figure out ourselves more than we should. You know, which is pretty obvious. Mitsuki found his humanity and drew the line of morality when human lives had to be sacrificed, and he doesn't agree with that. Mitsuki simply responds that he will answer these philosophical questions in later episodes, but realistically, that's not what I want. That is not good enough, fam. I mean, all of us want to know more about Mitsuki. This arc is about Mitsuki. I love Mitsuki's character. I want to know more about him, because you have already established to us that Orochimaru said he is in phase 2 of his development, trying to get to phase 3. This is a plot device you created yourself within the early phases of this arc. This is what we all expected to see. Mitsuki is trying to find out if he has free will, right? So why has this not been explored at all? This arc only has 4 more episodes left. This arc ended up being more about Boruto and Onoki being stupid. The third issue is Kurosuchi and Konohamaru. Why have their roles been diminished? I don't like what they did with the writing for both of them. Why couldn't Kurosuchi get out of the trap for more than 9 episodes, and in the end, Konohamaru had to save her, but we are not shown that at all. I'm sure I'm not the only one that says this, but I want to see Konohamaru be a badass that he is, save the day and get her out. I want to know, how did he pull it off? How did he take off the seals and explosives? I want Kurosuchi to look at him like say, oh my god, this guy's amazing, he's big, he's handsome, he got him out. I would like a scene of exposition that shows his skills as a ninja and develop his character more. We also see Konohamaru take the backseat again and not be involved in the fight against Lord Ku. I'm 100% sure that all of us wanted to see Konohamaru save Boruto and Sarada against the genjutsu fabrication like a badass, and then Team 7 witnessed Mitsuki betray Lord Ku in front of them with a fake heart. This would reaffirm their belief to never give up on their friends, and Mitsuki's loyalty is valued, making the whole exposition and storytelling come full circle that Team 7 will never give up on each other and they are all in this together. This is what should have happened after Konohamaru stated to Mitsuki that he still considers him a member of Team 7 even after the actions he has done, and Orochimaru being the one that killed his grandfather. This heartfelt moment would have been more effective. Instead, what we got was plot convenience and plot armor no jutsu. Now let me explain this as carefully as I can. So don't get me wrong, as I said last week, Sarada fans were complaining that Sarada gets nerfed all the time, but I disagree. No, Sarada always pulls through and gets the job done. Everything Sarada did today was badass. She uses the sharingan, reflects it from the sword and does genjutsu on herself and releases Boruto all within a split second. Although, I do agree with the fact that this was the perfect opportunity for Sarada to unlock her second Tomoe, since we are 89 episodes into the series and she still hasn't. Boruto and Sarada were literally going to die and were overpowered, so that emotion should have overpowered her and unlocked her second Tomoe, which would explain why she was able to react within a split second that she did, right? If you honestly think about it, Sarada fans are right when they say, why hasn't Sarada unlocked more Tomoe in a Sharingan yet? Because when we look at the original Naruto without filler, Naruto is actually only 140 episodes or so. So when we look at Boruto, which has been confirmed to be canon with the manga, manga, Boruto is already 63% through the original Naruto. So with that logic, of course we would think she would have more development. I'm honestly starting to think Boruto is going to be another 500 episode anime if it keeps up with this pace, and we got 10 more years of it. Okay, now let me get back to the point. Now let's remove our feelings and look at the fight holistically. We clearly see Kirara overpowering Boruto and Sarada with her powers, and they show to us that she has the capability to force Sarada to slice Boruto's neck off, but she stops it at the last second. They literally show to us that Boruto had no comeback to this and needed this Sarada. It would have happened unless Kirara with the genjutsu stopped Sarada through her own free will. Now this obviously means she could have killed both of them right then and there, but then suddenly she has the villain trope of wanting to enjoy it a bit more and she stops it from happening because that is not fun. So I was like to myself, okay, where are they going with this? Then we cut back to the fight and the girl gets a message from the Akuta, and then she decides, oh, you know what? I need to leave, mate. I really need to go. So instead of doing the same thing I did before by forcing Sarada to kill Boruto, yeah, I'm gonna leave and put my genjutsu on both of you to fight to the death and not enjoy it anyways like I said I would. But nothing's gonna happen, right? You're both gonna end up being dead and not show up 1 minute later to surprise me that you're not dead. That ain't gonna happen, mate. You're not gonna do that to me, right? Alright, so guess what the Boruto writers tried to do? Just guess, guys. This is amazing. But what the Boruto writers did to fix the plot armor no jutsu, this bitch conveniently leaves not to watch them die, and instead of Sarada being the one that attacks Boruto, it's Boruto attacking Sarada. But of course, wait a second. This is because Sarada is the one with the sharingan, so the plot makes sense, mate. Sarada has her badass moment. You know, it's fantastic. I love Sarada, and she ends the plot device. Now, when you look at this amazing piece of writing like this, we can all clearly agree that it was a plot armor and makes no sense when villains do this. Why couldn't she just do the same thing before and force Sarada to kill Boruto, and it would have taken her 20 seconds to do it? It's not like it would take her another 10 minutes and you'll be late to meet Lord Ku. That's bullshit. I don't believe that. She could have enjoyed it like she said she would. I mean, I hate it so much when villains in anime just do the most stupid shit that makes no sense. Even Marvel movies do this, like in the first Guardian of the Galaxy when he gets distracted by the dancing from Star-Lord. It's just so jarring and unbelievable to me that, you know, they're trying to make this make sense when it doesn't. Look, I'm not trying to rant, I'm not trying to be rude, I'm just saying this is lazy writing, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section. So moving forward, we see Seki, right? And as I said in my previous videos, the only reason they introduced Seki's character in this arc during episode 85 is because they wanted to use him as a plot device in the future. Otherwise, that whole episode was redundant and it made no sense. So of course, I end up being right, and Seki is reintroduced to meet up with Onoki and help him to get to the battlefield. They need to do more character development of Seki because he is the future Kage of the village. They wanted to establish his character and powers. I get that, that makes sense to me. Even I would think about that if I was the writer of Boruto. But the way it was done, and it was just not good, and it contributed to the pacing issue that we all agree upon, right? Now, don't get me wrong, I did end up liking Seki's character. It's not like I hate him or anything, but telling me that every single ninja is in prison, but he is the only one that didn't end up in prison and has to be included in the fight against Lord Ku is a bit of a stretch. Okay, now there's only two more things I want to talk about, and that's Onoki and Mitsuki. I'm gonna be honest with you guys and say that I never really resonated or liked Onoki's character, even in Naruto. And after this arc, I'm gonna say that I think Onoki is one of the worst or the worst Kage in existence. I think he's in the realm of being as bad as Gaara's father. Now, if you are thinking, why is Gaara's father evil? If you don't know the full story, then watch my 10 things you didn't know about Gaara video after this. But overall, just looking at all of the Kage that have ever lived and all the information we have about them, it's obvious to say Onoki has been the most close-minded, selfish and stupid Kage out of all of them. He is also the most stubborn who used the Akatsuki. He also didn't want to end the third Shinobi World War and hated Minato. I mean, he wanted the third war to keep happening, which would mean more ninjas and people will die. He didn't care about that shit then, and he still doesn't care about that now. He's a proven hypocrite because he signed the peace treaty with Naruto and the other Kage to follow the border system, ninja rules and laws that they all created together. Naruto is the one that's still following these rules that they established, and this was proven in episode 86 for example. However, Onoki only cares about his plan and broke all these rules and made people die. He even said to Boruto this arc that the sacrifice of Konoha Shinobi was necessary for the plan and is for the greater good. It took this stupid old man 3 years, or I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say a few months, to realize that Lord Ku has his own free will and personality. Now let me tell you this, it only took Boruto himself 3 encounters with the fabrications and 4 days to see that the reality that they do have free will and a personality, and prove Onoki wrong. Onoki also doesn't follow another Kage's laws and rulings when his own granddaughter told him not to do the plan and disallowed it, yet he did it anyways behind her back and caused a coup d'etat in the village. So that's my rant over. Now the last thing I want to talk about is Mitsuki. What Mitsuki did was of course badass. He's just like Sarada, he's the GOAT of the anime. I love Mitsuki, and the whole fake heart thing was a great idea and it tricked all of them. It makes sense to me too. This also nerfed Lord Ku pretty significantly in the coming fight, because we know he was Kage level at least in previous episodes, but since Mitsuki has already done a deadly blow to him in the chest, and on top of that they have established that all of the people are decaying and dying, so this will obviously fix the power scaling complainers that will come from watching the anime. They watch the anime and they say, oh, this is all bullshit, man, this is bullshit, power scaling problems. And then, you know, I don't see that. I know there's a few of you that will say that sort of stuff, but I disagree. I think they've established decently that the Akuta are all nerfed and they're dying really fast. On top of that, Mitsuki has Sage mode, to say nothing, fam. So the next episodes, I think Mitsuki is going to fight Sekie and he will kill him and probably cry for the first time. I hope they didn't forget about that plot device that they established 9 episodes ago. We need some character development for Mitsuki. Boruto and Sarada will fight Kirara and somehow use their teamwork to figure something out. Onoki will eventually join them and go in an all-out battle against Lord Ku by realizing what he did wrong, and you know, I think he's going to sacrifice himself against Lord Ku to beat him. We actually might see Onoki die in this arc because he is 94 years old and he won't really be missed by the fan base at all. Pretty much, the episode wasn't that bad, but it was just lazy writing, I think. Mitsuki and Sarada carried everything. Anyways, that was my opinion and analysis for the week. I'll see you guys next time as always.